Welcome to my channel, The Stoic Way. Many men avoid talking about it, but the difficulty in maintaining a firm erection affects more than just intimate moments. It shakes. Confidence creates distance between partners and can put a marriage at risk. Frustration grows with each attempt, and the fear of failure eventually takes over. However, there is a way to regain firmness and pleasure without suffering. If your penis is not getting hard, it doesn't mean the solution is out of your reach. There are proven ways to reverse the situation and achieve long-lasting erections with the right strategy. It is possible to regain not only potency, but also the connection in your relationship. Impotence does not have to be a permanent problem. The method presented here has already helped many men overcome this difficulty and transform their lives. What once seemed like an insurmountable obstacle may have a simpler solution than you think. Before continuing, check if you're already subscribed to the channel so you don't miss our video with tips on health and sexual education. If this content was helpful, like the video so that more people can access this information. Comment 1 if you found the topic relevant, or 0 if you think we can improve. Your participation makes all the difference for many men. The difficulty in maintaining a firm erection affects more than just their sex life. It changes how they see themselves suddenly. The confident man, mental and emotional health, who always led the relationship, starts avoiding physical contact, looking away, and feeling less desirable. The problem doesn't just affect him. His partner notices the change, finds the distance unusual, and without understanding what is happening, may feel rejected. The silence creates a wall between them, and without communication, the relationship starts to fade. The worst part is that often the issue isn't even a lack of desire. The fear of failure is so overwhelming that anxiety blocks any chance of success. The more he tries to avoid frustration, the bigger it grows. This turns into a difficult cycle to break as self-esteem plummets, and the feeling of impotence spreads into other areas of life. A man who once took the initiative, solved problems, and felt in control now avoids intimacy and distances himself from his partner. Small arguments increase, the sense of closeness disappears, and even the simplest daily moments become distant. What started as a physical issue turns into an emotional and relational problem that can shake even the strongest relationships to help you achieve a more satisfying sex life. I've prepared the digital book Rediscovering Intimacy: Healthy Sexuality After 60. Inside, you'll find practical strategies to strengthen your relationship, overcome physical and emotional challenges, and reignite passion in your marriage. The link is in the first pin. Comment copies are limited, so take this opportunity to transform your love life. The body works like a precise machine, and any part out of place can affect performance over the years. Blood flow starts facing obstacles. Arteries lose elasticity, making it harder for blood to pass through. The penis requires a good blood supply to maintain a firm erection. But when pathways are partially blocked, the result is a weak erection or one that fades midway. Additionally, the body undergoes hormonal changes. Testosterone, the hormone essential for libido and sexual function, naturally decreases with age. With less testosterone circulating, sexual interest may decline, and the body responds more slowly to stimuli. This effect doesn't happen overnight, but accumulates over time, often without the man. Noticing another rarely discussed factor is the weakening of the pelvic floor muscles. Like any other part of the body, these muscles lose strength over time. They play a crucial role in controlling erection and ejaculation. When weak, maintaining an erection becomes more physical health and its impact, challenging even when there is sufficient desire and stimulation. The body may be functioning well, but if the mind isn't erection, simply won't happen. Anxiety, for example, is one of the biggest enemies of sexual performance. When the fear of failing takes over, the brain releases stress hormones, such as cortisol, which disrupts circulation and make erections unstable. A man who enters the bedroom already wondering if he will fail ends up creating exactly the situation he wanted to avoid. Daily stress also takes its toll. Work problems, financial worries, or even small disagreements at home can drain mental energy. reducing desire and making sex feel like a challenge. When the mind is overwhelmed with concerns, the body doesn't respond as it should, and the more someone tries to force it, the more frustrating the experience becomes. Sadness and low self-esteem also play a role. When a man doesn't feel desired or confident, he may start avoiding intimacy, reinforcing a cycle of distance. The brain is essential for arousal. And if the mind isn't present in the moment, the signals that should stimulate the body simply don't reach it. The result? An erection that disappears before it even starts. The body operates as an interconnected system, and when something isn't right, the effect appears in multiple areas, including areal function diabetes. For example, affects small blood vessels and the nerves responsible for sending signals to the penis. Over time, this condition reduces sensitivity in the area, making both arousal and erection maintenance more difficult. Additionally, high blood sugar levels impair nitric oxide production, a crucial substance for relaxing blood vessels and ensuring proper circulation. High blood pressure also complicates matters. Blood needs to reach the penis with enough force and volume for a firm erection, but when pressure is too high, blood vessels suffer damage and lose efficiency. Additionally, many medications, communication strategies for hypertension can affect libido and areal response, making the issue even harder to manage without medical guidance. High cholesterol is another silent factor. It causes fatty plaques to form in the arteries, restricting circulation. Since the penis requires a rapid and significant increase in blood flow to maintain rigidity, any blockage can compromise this response. Areal dysfunction can even serve as a warning sign that the heart is also at risk. As the same issues affecting erections can lead to cardiovascular complications. Silence can be one of the greatest enemies of sexual life. Many men, when they notice difficulties with erection, choose to hide the problem instead of talking about it. The fear of seeming less virile, disappointing their partner, or even facing their own insecurities increases the distance between them. The man starts avoiding intimacy, making excuses to avoid sex, and withdrawing while his partner, not understanding what is happening, may interpret this distance as a lack of interest or even rejection when there is no communication. Small daily tensions build up. The woman may feel ignored and even start doubting her own desirability in the relationship. The man, in turn, becomes even more anxious, and the fear of failing again makes everything harder. This lack of communication creates an atmosphere of mutual frustration where both suffer in silence. Talking openly about the problem can bring immediate relief. Sharing personal insecurities reduces emotional guilt and helps couples find solutions together. When women feel understanding and emotional support from their partners, mental pressure decreases and the relationship naturally improves. Mutual trust and affection are essential first steps toward rebuilding intimacy. Medical science has progressed, and today there are several options for men who want to regain erection firmness instead of suffering silently. Medications such as sildenafil and vardenafil are commonly prescribed because they improve blood flow to the penis, making erections easier to achieve. These medicines are effective for many men but must be used correctly under medical guidance. A frequent mistake is assuming the pill will automatically solve everything. These drugs do not create sexual desire. They only enhance the body's response to stimulation. For men who prefer not to use medication or who have not seen good results, alternative methods are available. Testosterone replacement therapy may be advised for men with very low hormone levels, helping restore energy, balance, and sexual desire. Certain herbs and supplements, including maca, tribulus terrestris, and ginseng, are also studied for their positive effects on circulation and libido. Diet plays a crucial role as well. Foods rich in nitric oxide, such as beets and watermelon, help relax blood vessels and improve blood flow to the penis. Small dietary changes can lead to noticeable improvements when combined with other healthy strategies. Some men choose non-medical treatments. Low-intensity shockwave therapy shows promising results by encouraging new blood vessel formation in the penis, improving circulation naturally. The procedure is quick, simple, and has minimal side effects. Pelvic floor muscle exercises, such as Kegel exercises, also help improve erection strength and ejaculation control. Like all muscles, these weaken over time and require regular training. Acupuncture is being explored as a complementary approach, as stimulating specific body points may improve circulation and reduce stress, both important for healthy erectile function. Deep breathing, meditation, and mindfulness techniques reduce anxiety and enhance sexual response. Lifestyle habits matter greatly. Poor diet, lack of exercise, and insufficient sleep negatively affect circulation. Regular physical activity, especially aerobic exercise like walking or running, is essential for long-term sexual health. Improves circulation and strengthen the grooves. Heart, ensuring that blood reaches the penis more efficiently. Resistance training such as weightlifting also helps by stimulating testosterone production, which is essential for libido, and performance. Diet is another crucial factor. Excess sugar and unhealthy fats cause inflammation in the body. Damaging vascular function foods rich in nitric oxide, such as beetroot and leafy greens, help dilate blood vessels and improve cations. The consumption of high-quality proteins, healthy fats, and vitamins such as D and B12 also influence ear hormone production and sexual vitality. Getting enough quality sleep makes a much bigger difference than many people realize. During deep sleep, the body regulates important hormones responsible for overall function. Men who sleep too little often experience higher stress levels, reduced testosterone production, and weaker control over blood circulation. Simple adjustments in daily routines can significantly improve sexual function without the need for invasive treatments. I met Carlos in my office a few months ago. He appeared visibly uneasy, constantly fidgeting with his hands and avoiding eye contact. When he finally began to speak, his voice was quiet, almost as if he was trying to hide his own words. "Doctor, I never learned how to manage stress and expectations. I never imagined I would have to talk about this." Like many men, it took him a long time to admit that something was wrong. He only sought help when he realized the issue was not limited to his body, but was also damaging his marriage. Carlos had always lived an active life and enjoyed a stable relationship. For years, he and his wife shared intimacy naturally and without effort. Over time, however, things slowly changed. He began noticing that his erections were no longer as firm as before. At first, he blamed fatigue and work-related stress. When the problem continued, he started avoiding intimacy, making excuses, and emotionally distancing himself. His wife noticed the change and tried to talk, but Carlos repeatedly redirected the conversation. Silence grew between them, and intimacy became a sensitive subject. This distance affected their daily life. Simple gestures of affection became rare. Conversations felt colder, and laughter was replaced by tension. His wife, unaware of the real reason, began to believe he had lost interest. Carlos, meanwhile, felt embarrassed and afraid to admit his struggle. The fear of failure stopped him from trying again, trapping him in a cycle of frustration. After months of avoidance, Carlos finally found the courage to speak openly with his wife. For the first time, he shared his fears, insecurities, and emotional burden. Instead of rejection, he received support. Together, they decided to seek solutions. With proper guidance, changes in routine, and effective treatments, Carlos regained his confidence. More than just solving the physical issue, he restored his connection with his wife, strengthening their relationship even further. Axial dysfunction may seem like a problem with no way out, but as we've seen, there are effective solutions that go far beyond medication. From improving circulation and hormone levels to enhancing emotional control, small changes can completely transform your sex life and even strengthen your relationship. When Carlos decided to face final thoughts and CTA this challenge and seek help, he not only regained his potency, but also saved his marriage. Among all the strategies we discussed, which one do you think could make the biggest difference in your routine? Leave a comment. I'd love to hear your opinion. If this video provided useful information for you, give it a like. Now, your support helps more men access this content and find solutions to this problem. Here on the channel, we've already talked about other natural methods and strategies to improve sexual health. Watch the recommended videos and deepen your knowledge even further. Thank you. If you found like this video, Please subscribe my channel, The Stoic Way, and press the bell icon. Thank you for watching.